Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bible Tidbits YouTube channel. Today I want to take a time to reflect upon a recent mission trip that I led with my church. And in this trip we flew up to Providence, Rhode Island, in the far northeast area of our country, in the New England area, which is a big change from what we are used to down in western Oklahoma. So we spent time preparing for this trip, studying, reading the Word, even up to on the plane, to when we finally arrived here in Providence. We got to study the Bible, we got to hear from Pastor Jacob and hear his heart on this trip. But one thing that really stood out to us on this trip is how Providence seems to almost be haunted by Christianity. Everywhere you go, there are church buildings. You will see signs of Christianity everywhere. You will see the name of the city is even Providence. The name, or over the gates of one of the prominent colleges, it says, "In God We Hope." The First Baptist Church of America is there in Providence. Yet there are so few Christians. Everywhere you go, you can just see the lostness. Many people still meet in these church buildings, but it's very apparent that the true gospel is not proclaimed there. They do not truly hold to the Bible. And this is something that struck each and every one of us to the heart, because we want to see people know Christ, and to see such a vast amount of people who are happy yet don't know Christ. That just hit us so very hard. And that's what C.S. Lewis says is Satan's goal, is to have a happy city without God. And so we traveled through the city. We got to hear Pastor Jacob's heart, his thoughts, his plans, his aspirations to reach this city. But one thing we noticed in the Sunday service was God's presence upon that place. And we asked ourselves, what could this be? How could we experience this so much here and miss it so much at home? Well, also while on this trip, we spent a lot of time out, boots on the ground. We went door to door hanging door hangers that were inviting people to send in prayer requests, inviting them to church, and we spent time praying in those very same neighborhoods. We spent time walking through the mall and the Riverwalk there in town and seeking to share the gospel with people, going up to complete strangers and saying, "Hey, I'm with the church. Can I share with you?" We had a survey that the church uses to share the gospel, and hey, I'm with the church. Can I survey you real quick? It will only take a minute, and ask questions about God and their beliefs. And a lot of those questions and a lot of those conversations led to deeper gospel conversations, and even some got contact information for somebody who wanted to schedule a follow-up to learn more, a time where they could actually set apart that piece of time. We had many even send in prayer requests through our door hangers, and we spent time praying with the church that Friday night before the service. And through all of that, we found that helped us to experience God more in church than ever before. Something that is so simple as just sharing the gospel in prayer changed how we worshiped on Sunday. And coming back home, that's one of the biggest thoughts I had. How can I experience God more in my day-to-day life? Was to pray to Him and to serve Him more and more in my day-to-day life. To go out and share the gospel with people all around. To be in constant prayer with the people of God. And that's something each and every one of us can do. We don't have to travel the country. We don't have to go to some far-off land. We can do it right where we're at. See, in this small room here in the middle of Providence, Rhode Island, there is a spark of light. Though so much seems dark and hopeless in our country right now, in places like Providence, I believe that there is still hope for our nation. I still believe there's hope for places like Providence. But it's all going to start with one thing. It's going to start with Christians sharing the gospel, and Christians deep in prayer. And through that, we will reach our nation, and through that, we will experience God's presence.